Bilsby, which is in the county of Lincolnshire. That's my tattoo. See how you copy me. Delta Golf 6, Delta GDS, Mike Zero, Charlie Golf Lima. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Graham.
The propagation, very nice today, sporadically. The name here is Joseph, and my QDH is at the Blue Danube River in Lower Bavaria district. It's about 110 kilometers northeast of Munich, the capital city of Bavaria. So, Mike, back to you. How copy me? 2 Echo Zero, Fox Mike India, from Delta Lima 5, Romeo Juliet.
And 2020, 2016 was on the, was it 2 meters? 2 meters? And 2020 was on the 6 meter band. Three different bands. Tony, Paul. So very nice to meet you. So very nice to be 595. So great to get you back in the log again. Delta Golf number 5, Delta Juliet, 90 Charlie Golf Lima, over.
Roger, I remember the 2 meter course. I was transmit from JO31 square. And the 6 meter course was here from this locator. The locator is here, July, November 5-8 Kilo India, Augsburg City.
That's right, 5-8, yes. So that's 3-1 square and 5-8 square. No, I'm Julia Oscar 03 Bravo Foxtrot, JO03 Bravo 12. And that was quite a good contact on the 2 meter band. So I have not been very active on 2 meters, but I now have the 2 meter station is now up and running. Just this time I'm using a single 12 element on 2 meters, I0JXX. I think before I was probably running 2 times 12 probably when we had that QSA. But now I just have one single antenna and the 100 watts from the radio. I've got the IC9700 for 2 meters, and when I get the antenna connected, 70 centimeters and 23 as well. I do have an amplifier, but it needs to be sorted. I have a 300 watt amplifier from Tokyo. Which is quite a nice amplifier. The Hotel Lima 350, Hotel Lima 350. But I think when we had the close contact before, I probably had my details, the HL1000. So I've now got a smaller station now for 2 meters. Anyway, there was some good sporadic here on 2 meters 3 days ago. I made quite a few contacts on the 6 meter on the 2 meter band. Sorry, 2 meters. I straight into Slovenia. I'm trying to think now. Italy. A little bit of activity for sporadic here on 2 meters. And 6 meters wide open.
Quality. 7-3, bye-bye. Take care. Echo India 9. The other station coming in, John.
Echo is another day.
But at the moment it's more or less senseless. I'm running some 100 watts here into a vertical dipole tone. I don't know. Again, a horrible QSB at this end, Tony. Let me say thank you for the call and want to wish you a very good weekend, Tony. EI9IL, Neil Limerick, DH1TT. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Tony, the call is Delta Hotel, negative Victor Hotel, Delta Hotel, Denmark, Honolulu, Delta Hotel, number 1 Tango Tango. Okay. Okay. Thank you again in 73. Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you. Greetings to Ireland. Was it G0 FKF? John, Roger? Yeah, okay. Good evening, John. Great to meet you again here on 10. John, you're 5 and 8, 58. You're into Bavaria. John, you're doing very well, I have to say, Roger. Yeah, Roger. Likewise, the radio was off for the last 2 or 3 days. Switched it on an hour ago or so, and was surprised that I got some very strong stations from the UK, and that's great. I'm not so interested in other European countries, but when UK is open, I'm on, John, Roger. Yeah. John, at all, you guys have a big advantage. Sometimes I thought I want my money back, because I listen to UK, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, Northern Irish stations very often, doing some DX with the States. And I do hear nothing, zero de nada, you know? And that's unfair. No, just kidding. But your part of Europe is much better for DX with the States, that's for sure. And on every band, John, go ahead.
Couldn't be so active on so many bands, are?
6 meters. I have the equipment, but whenever I do a check, there's virtually nothing on it. I think what I do is spend a lot of time on 6 meters and truly enjoy the very unique conditions. Although generally I'm too impatient to just sit around. I like 20 meters where there's lots of activity. Well, you've encouraged me. I'm going to change the filter and see what the other bands are doing. I think, I've just been lazy and left the filter on 20 meters, but I'm going to change that. Well, look, I know you want to look at some more stations to do that, and I'm not sure we're going to hook up on Monday. I've got some other activities going on because of the holidays, so I probably will not be on Monday, but we'll certainly hook up during the week. That's 51DX, K1MR.
Yeah. That's not the only day for me in next week, so we'll be on the band definitely a couple of times, but I'm not exactly sure what the schedule are. I'm not I'm usually do it by day basis, since now is the contest in front of me for a weekend. And that CW contest I will operate from my home, so I'm not very interested what I should do next week, except the doctors and such things, not by operation. So we'll see. Anyway, Dave, it's quite big activity usually when the bands open. The Americans are usually open after the sunset here, and they are running till the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock my local time. So it's quite a lot of stations to be made, and also quite tired thing. I'm becoming older and older each day, and till the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's not easy for work for me. If it is not a contest, then it's just working one by one, and I couldn't stop when the pilots come, but becoming quite tired in the morning, going home. And then sleeping almost complete next day, Dave. So quite different than a couple of months back.
Well, I understand that. That's quite a routine you have generally in the evening. I would have
l'antenna che sto usando è sempre roba vecchia, è una vecchia Joam americana, 4 elementi tribanda, antenna che mi ha regalato un carissimo amico, ma è sempre degli anni 60, anni 70. Però all'epoca le facevano bene a 7,5 metri di...
40 mètres avec 30 mètres d'envergure, j'imagine.
Ah non. Alors là, il faut passer à 22 mètres. Hein. J'en ai fait une 40 mètres, et la même chose, mais il y a très longtemps, il y a 40 ans à peu près, et on l'avait monté à plus de 35 mètres de hauteur sur un château d'eau, et sur le mât, il y avait une petite tour Eiffel sur le château d'eau, et après, il y avait un mât qui montait encore. Enfin bref, on était entre 35 et 40 mètres, et avec 100 watts.
Echo, Charlie, Oscar Echo, 3.
Okay, Sadiq, my name is Elpidio, Echo, Lima, Papa, India, Delta, India, Oscar. You seen a radio in the 5x9, good signal, a very strong session. Okay, my friend, back to you. Thank you very much for contact.
Yeah, thank you for a short QSO. A pleasure talking to you. Good propagation today also. It's Italy United 8, Norway, Alpha Sierra, A41K.
Calling you Oscar, Mexico 8, Charlie, Whiskey.
Charlie again?
Oscar, Mexico 8, Charlie, Whiskey. Oscar, Mike 8, Charlie, Whiskey.
Ocean Mike 8, Charlie, Whiskey, A41KJ. Good afternoon. Thank you for the call. You are 10 over S9. 10 over S9. Good operation, good propagation today. The name is Sadiq, Sierra, India, Delta, India, Queen, 10 over S9. Ocean Mike 8, Charlie, Whiskey, A41KJ.
A41KJ, Oscar Mike 8, Charlie, Whiskey. Good evening, good afternoon, Sadiq. Thanks for nice report. For you also 5959, very good signal here in Slovakia. My name is Diana.
Mexico-Japon, allez-y.
Oscar Novembre 2, Kilo, Mike et Juliette, tu es seul?
Ok, ouais, 2 kilo, Mike, Juliette, vous êtes 5.
Ok, merci, 50 également, 73, c'est bon, activation.
Ok, merci, bye-bye, tu en ZPF, 6KJS en écho unique.
Overnight there, Bob, so your 80 watts is certainly doing a wonderful job. But no, the whole of the time there was shown on the meter here, and I got 6 dB of attenuation in as well, and of course on the IPO which Yaesu use. And okay about the cashback, I know the cashback was going to finish at the end of May, so possibly it might be related to that, whether they're going to carry on with that.
Papa Echo Zulu. Sadiq, thank you for the nice show, and thank you for the nice report. Your report here is 59259, very nice signal, loud and clear. My name is Valerio, Victor America, London Echo, Radio Italy Ontario, and my PCH is close to Milano, North Italy. Roger?
Yeah, QSL, Valerio, you're doing very well. Good propagation. Good propagation. I'm running Tango Sugar 990. And TH11 high gain running barefoot. Warm pleasure talking to you. Italy United 2 Papa Echo Zanzibar, A41 KJ, wishing you a good afternoon.
Okay, A41 KJ, and here is Italy United 2 Papa Echo Zulu. My pleasure talking with you, Sadiq. Very nice QSO. All the best. I'm operating
Oscar November 7, Charlie Foxtrot X-Ray, Ocean Norway 7, Canada, Florida X-Ray.
Italy Kilo 8, Florida Zulu Delta. Only very old radio amateurs know this. Thanks a lot, Sadiq, for the nice video. All the best. Take care.
Yes, presently it's a pleasure talking to you and hope to hear you down the line. Alpha 41 Kilo, Japan, standing by.
Oscar November 4,
Germany, Washington, Mexico.
Italy Kilo 8,
Canada, Florida X-Ray.
Florida 4, Germany, Washington, Mexico.
Florida X-Ray.
Lima Zulu 1.
Canada, Florida X-Ray. Charlie Foxtrot X-Ray.
Italy
Oscar November 7, Canada, Florida X-Ray.
Italy Kilo 8, Florida Zulu.
Florida 4, Germany, Washington, Mexico.
Ocean Norway 7, Charlie Foxtrot X-Ray.
Florida 4, Germany, Washington, Mike.
Italy Kilo 8, Florida Zulu.
A41 Kilo, Japan, Alpha 41 Kilo, Juliet. Ticket 20, A41 Kilo, Japan, standing by.
Foxtrot 4, Germany, Washington, Mexico.
Mexico, Lima, Mexico.
Yeah, very weak, gentlemen. The fuel station calling, but not very strong. Japan, calling Ticket 20, standing by.
A41 KJ, Italy 4 Golf, Alpha
Mexico. Foxtrot 4, Germany, Washington, Mexico.
Italy 4 Golf, Alpha Delta.
Italy 4, Germany, Alpha Delta. Italy 4, Germany, Alpha Delta. Good afternoon. A41 KJ, 5912. 5912, good propagation. My name is Sadiq. Sierra, Italy, Delta, Delta, India, Queen.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the nice comment. Well, it couldn't be done without you, Dave, and such many stations. You need to find so many stations over the bands to make such a big number. But on the other hand, it is 13 and more years of operation. So if you're very active daily, and then numbers coming, and even the age is too high, Dave. So I'm satisfied with the number, and now we'll slowly working another 100 or 200,000 high. 73, stay care and good DX, Dave. Thanks for the calling. Bye-bye. Yeah, this is Sierra 5 with David X-ray standing by. Kilo Charlie 0. Kilo Charlie 0, Juliet Foxtrot Yankee. Hello to you, Mission to Minnesota. Give you 5757 in Slovenia. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, not really good signal over here, but I hope you go through the band. It's not open. You're very good to the States. Mitch, thanks for the QSO. Good luck and take care from Slovenia. Okay. Fox Yankee, bye-bye. Any more Sugar 5-1 David X-ray.
Victoria Sierra. Victor Sierra, A41KJ, good afternoon, you're 5959. My name is Sadiq, Sierra India, Delta.
Now looking out the window, and it's actually below me, and so I'm going to have a guess and say it's probably about 15-16 foot off the ground. At the moment, I could wind the mast up and it'd go up near enough about 40 foot, as good at, well, near enough that. But no, I left it as it is and swung it around and worked down into Sicily, Slovak Republic, down into Spain. Where else? I can't remember the others. That's what I've done this week. So, you know, worked a few.
Voir il faut s'arrière des appareils avec tous les connecteurs.
Obviously, the Brexit situation and things and what have you. So, yeah, it's been crazy. Because I actually wanted to buy one of those. So then I asked the radio arm shop, have you got any Anams 8000s in? No, we're waiting for those as well. Same with the SunSDR2-DX 5000. No, we're waiting for those. You know, just waiting for everything. So I'm still waiting, Osmond. I'm still waiting. So there you go. But I would have had an 890 here with me now. We're a little radio, aren't they? Well, I won't say exactly a little, but they're a lovely radio to look at. You know, the 990's a lovely radio too. But yeah, I'll stick with this one for now. It does, you know, it's going to do exactly the same as the other one, but as you know, I think you do. I play around with. Just give us a second, Osmond. I'll be back in a second. My phone call.
Yeah, okay, Daryl. Okay, just hang about on this frequency. It's the same in our place. I may disappear shortly as well, but there we go. We just hang around. This GW0SSI with Mike 3 Zulu Zulu. I lost the last letter, so I'll just hang about on frequency. GW0SSI. This is Golf Whiskey Zero Sierra India. Just standing on frequency from Mike 3 Zulu Zulu.
Yeah, sorry about that, Osmond. I forgot what I was on about now. I was on about radios. Yeah, I've been sidetracked. I'm sorry about the phone call. Go ahead, please. Golf Whiskey Zero Sugar India from Mike 3 Zulu Delta Zulu.
Yeah, okay, Daryl. Yeah, well, if you've got an 890 on order, keep ready to hit, lad. Send them a deposit or something. They will fund it up a little bit. That's what I did. I had to wait a couple of 3 months for mine as well. And they rang me up. They said, it's on its way. It was as good as that. So there we go. But you will like it. It's a very, very nice radio, actually. And it's set out well. got to say that on the menu is magic. I had a 9 8.
I'll take the opportunity to wish you a nice evening. You're a good signal, mate. 5.9 to plus. So certainly you're sounding, your normal self as well. Good punchy audio, I think, from that 320. So it's all sounding very, very good. Yeah, and the 5000 is I really like that transceiver as well, mate. And wouldn't mind having one, but still, sort of that kind of money I certainly would need to go to other things. So I'm happy to keep with the 7600 and the 7300. Have a lovely evening, Graham. I'll pass it round to you for any finals. So M0 CLG G0 Alpha Whiskey Victoria.
Yeah, okay, fine there, Rick. G0 AWB M0 CLG. Well, yeah, the 5000, yes, it is. It really is a really superb radio. Mind you, it's jolly heavy. I mean, it weighs 46 pounds, and it is a real solid lump. It's dead weight. And so I understand. I went over to Staines on Tuesday this week, and they did tell me over there that their next order coming in June, whenever it is, the beginning of June, first or second week of June, whatever it is. That is the last of the 5000. It seems that, or the last that they will be getting. It seems that Yaesu have now discontinued the 5000, which I suppose in a way is a shame. But of course, the thing is, but one's got to bear in mind, sort of first manufactured or launched in 2010. And so, sort of the first lot were probably manufactured in 2000.
J'ai un copain qui a acheté pas le même, mais de la.
And the thing is still being produced, but the big but is components relating to that transceiver, and certain components, no doubt, aren't being manufactured anymore. So on the internal side that I'm really thinking of, so they've got to keep a certain amount back for spares, because if anybody has a problem with 5000, they've got to be repaired. Yaesu can't turn around and say, well, no, we ain't got any spares now, that's it, hard luck. So a certain amount has got to be kept back for spares, but it certainly had a long, long run, there's no doubt about it. So it was sort of 11 years. It's probably 11 years. I probably never even thought it would have a run of 11 years. It's quite something. And they just got better and better and better over the years. I mean, I'm using the FD-DX10, and the DX10 actually is good competition against the 5000. It's not better than the 5000 because 5000 got so many extra things built into it, but disregarding the output power. But the FD-DX10 is a good runner alongside the 5000 MP. And then I'm using the same microphone on both radios and the same settings on both radios. Anyway, won't delay you any longer there, Rick. So nice to catch up with you. And we'll look forward to the next time. Oh, and 20 metres. Yeah, now and again I hear you there on 20 metres, because not being that far away, I do get a little bit of ground wave signal from you on occasion. I hear you there. Anyway, with that, 73 for now. Have a good evening, good weekend as well. G0 AWV M0 CLG.
Yeah, no, lovely, Graham. Good to catch up, and yeah, I suppose you would hear me because we'd pick each other up probably on ground wave. Probably not too strong.
Frequency, thanks for giving us a call. Golf Whiskey Zero, Sugar India, from Mike 3, Zulu, Delta Zulu, over.
messages down for dinner. So it seems to be zero FSI, all of that, Carol. Have a perfect weekend, and I'll speak to you again. I don't know when we spoke last time, but we definitely have. All of our 73 GW0 FSI. Bye.
Yeah, cheers, Osman. Yeah, you'll go and get your evening meal. This is a Volkswagen. Volkswagen Polo. Little Volkswagen. But, you know, the insurance is quite a lot. It's £2,100. I don't want it to go on my insurance, you see. I want it to start from fresh, and then as the years go on, you know, they go down and they get very low. You know what I mean? So while I'm here, you know, like I said, parents help the kids out, don't they? So while I'm here, I'll fork out the big bills for her, and she's okay. She's got a good start in life. Like I say, she doesn't ask for anything. She's never caused me any problems. She's, you know, she's quite smart and behaved, and you know, so I can't fault it. She's been a one in a million. You know, a lot of kids now that have no respect for anybody, and she's totally different.
Yeah, okay there, Steve. Good evening to you. M0EBJ, M0CLG. Yeah, the mobile station. Sorry that. I know you're there, but it's a negative contact, I'm afraid, from M0 Charlie Lima Golf.
The John Pullman Graham is quite strong with me.
Yeah, go ahead there, Steve.
Yeah, Mike 6 Victor Oscar Golf Mobile. Graham can't hear you, but I can hear you. I'm in Norwich. The name is Steve. You're about a 5 and 6 at 56, 57. Mike 6 Victor Oscar Golf Mobile. Mike 0 Echo Bravo Juliet with M0 CLG. Back to you. Yeah, 7-3. Thanks for trying, but very bad contact. Anyway, Graham, you were 5 and 9 plus 10. I went and made a cup of coffee. Rick cleared, and you're about a 5 and 7, Graham. Hope you're well. M0 CLG, M0 EBJ.
Yeah, okay, fine there, Steve. M0 EBJ, M0 CLG. Yeah, but we're fine. Ate here a little bit. I've been busy outside the garden, and been sort of probably overdone it a little bit. I suppose really the first real long session of different things in the garden and dismantling a part of an aerial and actual gardening and cutting grass and trimming and so forth, and a bit of the muscles are a little bit stressed at the moment. Anyway, Steve, good to hear you there. Well, you vary between 5 and 9 down to about 4 and 5, and say some real deep QSB creeping in all of a sudden. But anyway, we're fine here. Hope all is well with you. I'm using the FTDX10 at the moment, Steve, and running about 230 watts ish. Probably peaking, just about peaking 230 over.
Yeah, no problem. Well, you sound as good as ever, Graham. I wouldn't have told what radio you're on. You just got your nice, prominent, clear sound. You sound no different, mate. So, congratulations on setting the new Yaesu up. And, yeah, you've done a grand job because you don't sound any different to the 5000, which is really good. Really good, mate. So, I wouldn't have told any difference. You have just such a good, clear, prominent audio, Graham. You know, I just recognised you straight away on the band. Yeah, you're anywhere from a 5 and 7 to a 5 and 9, Graham. As you say, it's amazing. I listened to you and Rick for a couple of minutes. You were both 20 over. And then I went and made a cup of coffee. So I heard Rick say he's going to make it his final. And when I come back, I could hardly hear you. Unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, everything is okay this way. I've had the day off as well, actually. We're a bit slow on work. So we had an extra long bank holiday weekend this way, Graham, and all I've done today really is chilled out, done a couple of jobs. I had a really good clean up in the lounge here, because my lounge is my shack as well. I spent all day, I got some big plastic boxes and I've been putting things away. So I got so much junk lying about, Graham, it's unbelievable, absolutely terrible, mate. So I've had a really good day, actually, and got a lot done. M0CLG, M0EBJ.
Yeah, okay, Steve, M0, EBJ, M0CLG. Well, thanks there for the reports, and it's nice to hear that. And likewise yourself there, Steve. I mean, your 950, it certainly does sound superb, and the way you've got things set up there. And as I say, it really runs. 950 sounded good, and there's no doubt about it. The 950 is, you've got to bear in mind, the Yaesu FD950, in case anybody wondering whether it's a Kenwood CS 950. But the 950 is very, very good. I mean, even the FD2000, whichever model it is, whether 100 watt or 200 watt, you set the audio up on them. Once you set the audio up on them, they are really, really good. Really, really good. And I since I've had this DX10, I would say that my operating time since I've had it, it's probably been about, I'm going to say about 90% of the time I've been on the DX10 rather than the 5000. But just now and again, though, I switch onto the 5000, and so there we are. And I've got them both set. Audio-wise, parametric equalizer, this, that, and the other. Exactly the same settings there, Steve. That's the thing. And of course, I'm using the same microphone. But it's good to hear that it sounded okay. And sorry about having a distinctive voice. I can't hide anywhere, can I? But no, you sounded good, really good. And always do there, Steve. So there we are. I heard you were saying the other day, or you mentioned the other day, a couple of 3 days ago, it was on, and with Andy, that's it, and you're saying about, next year you might get a 5000. Well, it seems that they ceased production on the 5000, and I think the last lot are coming in next month. And that's probably it, Steve. So if you don't get a new one, get your wallet out and get yourself a new one. Otherwise, it's got to be a second-hand one there, Steve. But there we are. And okay, but what you've been doing as well, you're a busy day. My goodness. One has to do these things from time to time. M0 EBJ, M0 CLG.
M0 CLG, M0 EBJ. It wouldn't be a new one anyway, Graham. I would never spend that much money on a radio. I'm not a skinflint, but you're right though. I'm really, really happy with this 950, and especially this distance you gave me last year. Because I said to you at one point, I didn't think the Contour had done anything, but since you told me how to use it in conjunction with the other bits and pieces, I've got my head around the radio so well, Graham. To be honest with you, it's great. It really is. Anyway, I don't know if you got QRZ open, Graham, but you'll see a picture of my radio operating desk there with my homemade tuner. And isn't that amazing? The 600 ohm feeder comes straight in the wall there to that homemade choke, and 400 watts and no RF in the audio, hey? I got it sussed, I think. It's the doublet is now 240 feet as well, and that's definitely made an improvement on 160. On here, I'm not sure. I've only had it done this week. But certainly on the higher bands as well. I worked into US Virgin Islands the other night. Yes, on 80 meters, Graham, on the top end of the band here. So something's working, Graham. Anyway, I was well chuffed with that. So, but the band conditions are picking up for sure, especially on the higher bands. But as you say, it's I didn't think of that, Graham. I suppose as you say, you got exactly the same settings running along with things, and it sounded really good, mate. A friend of mine just bought one as well, DX10 up in Hull, Ian, M1DHJ, and he got it last night, and he'll be on that tonight. And someone forwarded him some settings, I think, for start point. So I'm sure he's when he finishes work tonight, he'll be on there. But apparently he was really, really pleased with the receive on it last night. It killed a lot of his noise. He'd been using an FD450, a little baby one for a few years. So, but yeah, it's all good, mate. They do, they do seem to be a very good bargain, mate. Very good bargain. M0CLG, M0EBJ, and you're 20 over nearly, Graham. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Steve, M0, EBJ, M0, CLG, nearly 20 over, my goodness. I think I'd have to, start with operating QRP, I think, 10 watts or less. Well, QRP really is about 5 watts, isn't it? Oh yeah, this will go down to 5 watts. Yeah, I would say you're 10 over 9 and more. And I've got 6 dB of attenuation in, and I've got IPO switched on as well. With the 6 dB of attenuation, it helps tremendously with noise, so it really does help. And now the thing is that you mentioned their contour. It operates differently on the DX10 and the 101, and when I think you remember I did buy a 101D. Had it for 13 months, and I could never get my head around the contour. I thought to myself, what have Yaesu done? They've mucked it up completely in comparison to the 5000, in comparison to your 950. And it was until I got the DX10, and I realised what they've actually done is they're using, I haven't got it turned on at the moment, but used it in combination with the noise reduction to help with QR November, not QRM, but QR November, atmospheric noises and so forth, and all the other rubbish we get chucked at us. And it helps with that, and that's what they've done. They changed it from the 5950 series of radios on the DX10, and I just use it now and again. But you operate it, you set it and operate it in a different way. But it's very, very interesting. And but just say that on your 950, the way the contour works on your 950 is totally different, and it enhances the incoming audio when necessary, Steve-O.
And that's right. It's just occasionally you get someone come in and they're a little bit low, and you just want to brighten it up a little bit. Superb, absolutely superb, Graham. And as I said before, you told me about adjusting it the way you'd had yours. It was useless, but absolutely done the trick with you. I think I run it on. I just run it down a 7 instead of 9. I think you set yours on, or I set it on the 12 instead of 9, 11, stuff like that. But just for my ears, we've all got different ears, haven't we? But so I've just put the 6. I always run the IPO one as well on 40 and 80 and 160. And I've just put a 6 dB of attenuation, and you're about 5 and 9 plus about 10. A bit of QSB down to an S9, 8 to 9, but clear as a whistle. And yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Something else I was going to comment on as well. I don't know. Yeah, so as I said, we're going to have a really busy time end of the year, and I'll probably give myself a bit of a bonus at Christmas, but I don't know. But do you know what? I don't really need to change the radio, Graham, to be fair. I really don't. Because it's not a lot. If I can hear something, I can normally work it. You know what I mean? It's not as if I suffer really dramatically with noise. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, Graham, I'm going to disappear. Go and make a cup of coffee. Go and make another cup of coffee. I'm a bit of a coffee holic. Go and sort a couple of bits. Decide what I'm going to have for my tea, I suppose, for my dinner. And then I don't think I'm doing anything this evening. I'm just going to probably carry on, put a few more bits away. But yes, I don't know if you've got QRZ open there, Graham, or not. But there's my big old 370 puff capacitor all linked in. And my little roller inductor. And choose this old double at 160 through to 10. No issues at all, mate. So there we go. M0CLG, always a pleasure, Graham. And no doubt we'll cross paths. We'll cross over the weekend. M0EBJ, all the best, mate.
Yeah, okay, Steve. M0 EBJ M0CLG. Yeah, I meant to mention that in the last over. I wrote it down here in front of me and forgot.